Johnson's going to get us started. Let's play pickleball. And it is indeed the formation they showed us in their last match, that being Irvine and Newman with Jessie on the left.
Yeah, I guess they're wanting to put Riley in front of J-Dub. We'll see how that goes for them.
0-1-1.
Effortless power.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't have said it better myself. Nice weapon to have.
And here are these slice down the lines that we've seen 3 or 4 times from Riley now and Jessie that have ended up working out.
I think we missed the boat somewhere in our progression as players, Dave.
Yeah.
We missed a crucial shot, apparently.
Why didn't they teach us a shot that everyone told us never to do? Got Don Stanley, our head referee, and Onisha Smith helping out.
So I got to be honest, Dave, I'm a little surprised that Newman and Irvine have come out in this formation. You would think that they would want Jessie Irvine to be cross court from Jorja Johnson.
Yeah.
A little surprising. They may be vulnerable to the hand speed of Jorja potentially attacking Jessie lined up in front of one another.
And that's why that dude can play the right and mix, because he has such a weapon on the two-handed backhand.
Yeah, probably the most versatile mixed doubles player with how aggressive he can be on either side.
That's just hilarious to watch, because it's like, go ahead, swing as hard as you can. Boom.
It's going to come back bigger.
3-1-2.
Riley doing a good job of winning the pattern against Jorja and being able to get an attack through J.W. Johnson. Not an easy task.
Second serve.
Pulled wide, and it's going to be interesting to see the connection of Jessie and Riley. How do they think it? They both are very cerebral players. How do they stay connected in a match that is going to be tight? So Jessie gives ground, but is able to defend that attack. Had she been closer, maybe not.
Yeah, I really don't mind her sagging back when Riley's in that cross-court pattern with Jorja.
So Jorja went for that severe overhead angle that J.W. Johnson has been known for, but he's usually standing on the same side and finds that angle. So Jorja just pulled it a little wide there. That's a tough miss. And it definitely carried over. So that's what you don't want to see. So the lead pulled back after a couple gifts. And little indecision. You saw Riley doing his best to communicate. Yours was said about 7 times in that rally. So 3-4.
3-4-1. Second serve.
And again, winner is done for the day. We're doing not the progressive draw like you saw at Dallas in the Nationals. We're playing mixed doubles all the way through these two semis.
Side out.
Loser of this match will play for bronze against the loser of the other semifinal later.
4-3-1.
And we saw Jorja Johnson come out just lights out in their last round, but it started a little bit slow here early.
She's listening, Kyle.
Early. The emphasis on early. We expect her to find her
Yes.
level.
4-3-2.
Still feeling out this matchup.
No one's home there, Riley. And just the first volley was so good from Jorja. And she's like, okay, Mackenzie, enough. I'm awake.
Yeah, Riley's going to have to be very selective with his spots that he attacks when he's giving up that much court behind him.
Wow. Vintage Riley Newman, where it looks like it's 90-10 against, and he ends up winning the rally quickly.
Yeah, unbelievable anticipation. Completely read where that last ball was going.
3-4-2.
Little net love for Jorja Johnson, and oftentimes that can be the spark to help you find your best level. She certainly turned it around in the last minute or so.
Side out.
Kyle, you just can't win with her right now. You praise her, she misses a serve. You say she needs to get going, she hits winners.
I'm just going to let you talk from now on, Dave. Put myself in timeout.
And J.W. Johnson put that one right into timeout there. Just a perfect flick through the middle again.
Side out.
Yikes. Okay. Ugly possession there.
4-4-1.
Yeah, not sure that Jorja needs to go for that much in that situation. Her team's still quite ahead in the rally, even without her jumping the kitchen there.
Side out.
Riley does a good job of not falling in the canyon there. It's tiptoeing on the edge. Again, a lot of the returns go to Riley. Just keep him the heck away from that kitchen line.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with him having a bad drop or drive. They just do not want to deal with the poach.
5-4-2.
Mix it up over to Jessie. Clean winner off the bounce lob over Jorja.
It's a downside when you jump a little too early.
Yeah.
Once you get airborne, you're committed and you don't have time to adjust.
Riley was hoping for a dink there because he would have clobbered it, but J-Dub just put enough on it. So 6-4. Johnson's haven't scored since Wednesday here, it feels like. And welcome to Friday, Johnsons.
Yeah, I think if they just keep working the point and don't try to create too early, it's going to be pretty challenging for Newman to create, given how far over he's coming.
Superb drive catches Jessie on the move here.
Yeah, that was an absolute rope from Jorja Johnson. Easy cleanup for Big Brother.
6-1. Second serve. ma'am. 6-6-2.
Just caught the edge. Wow. And J.W. Johnson is able to finally finish that off. Riley Newman got 2 balls back that were hit 100 miles an hour at his feet. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. Some of the best defense in the world forced J-Dub to angle that last overhead off.
Okay, so Johnson's grabbed the lead back. This is quite the race to 11 here.
6-7-1. Second serve.
I mean, how are these coming back every time? I thought Jorja stole a ball from her brother there in the middle of that, but they get out the door on that one. Great take from J.W. Johnson.
Yeah, he's been kept out of the play predominantly, but every time he's touched the ball, seems like something good has happened for his team.
Wow. Oh, and Jorja on the left after some ridiculous digs from Riley Newman. He goes D to O and wins the rally.
Riley is getting his steps in out here, Dave. His Fitbit would be proud.
And I think you'll see J.W. Johnson change his attack. You're supposed to attack when it's up the person closest to you, but Riley keeps getting them back, so he went on right here.
8-6-2. Side out.
Yeah, just trying to create a little bit too early there from Jorja Johnson. They need to trust their counter-punching just a little bit more in this matchup.
Jorja pulls it wide and keeps going after Riley. That time ran out of real estate, just 20 feet wide.
Yeah, I get that he's taking a lot of court, but it seems like the standard attack would just be to go straight ahead at Jessie Irvine. She hasn't done that much yet in this first game.
Oh, and look at that ride the rail, but stays on the side of the Johnsons, and we got snowmen in Florida.
8-8-1.
Just ridiculous from Riley there, and he's trying to get the crowd fired up. I mean, look where J.W. Johnson is hitting that ball from, and it's coming back.
No,
He's
it's
stuck.
unbelievable. And Riley's starting to jaw a little bit, letting the crowd know just how fast his hands are. No disagreement from me.
That one goes wide, so Jorja just keeps firing away at Riley Newman. Gets that one okay. Big hold opportunity here for the Johnsons, or will Jessie be serving? 9-8, huge rally. Oh, dear. Okay, so get a gift right there. So this first game is massive when it's a 50-50 battle. gift given right back.
Do not see J.W.
No.
Johnson miss the backhand volley like that very often.
That just got chaotic there, but no harm done. So Jessie Irvine takes the serve back, 9-8-1 in game one of the first semifinal. And Jorja just can't help herself. It's like there's a magnet on Riley's side of the court, and it is game point for Irvine and Newman.
10-8-1.
Ooh, and Jessie stuck her paddle in there when Riley was in complete control. Second try to close it out.
10-8-2.
And that will do it. Riley Newman with the final blow. Taps paddle with Jessie only there. And
First game, look for the Johnsons to maybe make some adjustments, but it was a heck of a battle in game one.
and what are those adjustments?
You know, I don't think they need to change too much. I think for the most part, they're in control of a lot of these exchanges. Jorja Johnson is just getting a little too attack happy at Riley Newman. I have no problem with her being aggressive, but test the hands of Jessie Irvine when you can, rather than try to go through Riley Newman, who's known to have some of the fastest hands in pickleball.
Second serve. 2-0-2.
And you see J.W. Johnson on the run there, wasn't able to hook that two-handed backhand in there. And if you're wondering if this dude has singles prowess, oh yeah, he just won nationals last week, no big deal.
Yeah, with his kind of timing and ball striking, he better at least play singles once in a while, because it's a beautiful thing to watch when it's all rolling.
He doesn't. Come on.
Second serve. 1-0-2.
That one's not coming back right there. And this is where Riley just got to be careful with the body language there, because Jessie hit a ball that was going to hit the Tixr sign back there, but sometimes you're just so locked into keeping the hands fast.
Jorja able to get Riley kind of jammed up into the body with that first attack.
But she just keeps going there, man.
Yeah, at this point, it feels like a one-on-one battle at times.
Tried to rock one at Jessie there.
Love to see stats on touches. It feels like Jorja and Riley are getting about 70-80% of the touches at the kitchen line.
Oh, and look at that, and a yell and a stare down. Now, you're not going to get much back from the Johnsons, but that is a beautiful shot from Jessie Irvine.
Yeah, really tough to go inside in with the forehand there. Nice calculated risk. And, you know, wondering why Jorja doesn't use that play a little bit more. We'll see if she recognizes and makes that adjustment.
Point.
She's had a couple of those little carryovers, miss one, miss another. Just got to cut that out. This is where the encouragement from the coach, Murcha, on the sideline, I'm sure, is just constantly saying, you're fine, you're fine, you're playing well, couple mistakes, no big deal.
Jessie Irvine trying to test the hands of Jorja Johnson, a little inside-out backhand attack, but the hands were more than ready.
I mean, Riley's just getting the ball too much, let's be honest. This first drive could have gone anywhere. It went to Riley, and then you're behind.
Yeah, it's amazing how much court he's covering at the moment in an in control manner.
Got exactly what they wanted there, but the tape said no. So dangerous little spot here for the Johnsons.
3-1-1.
Wow. Deep serve, but not a ton on it, and another miss.
Yeah, I'd love to see a timeout here from the Johnsons. They can't let this lead extend too far.
And that's got to be a go sit down and talk to Merchant moment. J-Dub's actually looking over there, and I am not seeing anyone make a tee out of their hands. So it will carry on because Riley's going to get his. If you're too far behind, you just won't be able to match it. We'll get a wild swing at the Tui there. This is a big rally right here. So they do not call timeout, and it works out.
Play through the adversity.
Yeah.
It's one approach for sure.
Opportunity lost for Newman and Irvine right there. And then a serve missed by about 1.5 feet. I mean,
Sometimes you just can't predict what's going to happen out here.
Characteristic. I mean, these two are playing great ball earlier. So Riley leaves up the dink, and Jorja says, I see that target on you.
Yep, she doesn't mind target practice.
No, it's a Takea logo.
Yeah, it's crazy to me the number of touches Riley Newman is getting right now, and he's creating a lot of those with having, aggressive court position.
So there's a miss from Jessie Irvine, and just playing the sliver for a while should be the way to just slow down Riley, but he is everywhere on the right side court too. It's amazing.
Good to see some positive energy from Jorja after that win. They're still within striking distance. Ball back down just 2-5.
Yeah, this isn't 9-2.
No. At any point when they find the level that we've seen, they clearly are capable of making a run and climbing back into this second game.
Pick your partner. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have all those results out before we get to San Clemente.
Love that format. It'd be a great way to end the year.
And first ever finals.
Yeah.
And we're fortunate enough to be partnered with Tennis Channel. They've got the ATP finals going on right now. It'll look very similar to that with pool play and then some great semifinals. And a frustrating opportunity right there for the Johnsons. Riley Newman is just the dominating force in this match.
Yeah, certainly the MVP out here so far. It's interesting because you see some vastly different approaches to mixed doubles. You see how much court Riley Newman's taking. J.W. Johnson right there as far as overall talent, but does not get as aggressive as far as court positioning as Riley Newman.
He does not, and Riley read that perfectly, and Jorja said, just get the heck back on your side.
Go over there.
Yeah. I'll show you where it is by leading you there. So no damage again, and the Johnsons just, can they just get a little momentum here? dink pop up, and a little bit frustration there for Jorja right now.
260.
Played so great in the quarters.
Point.
Seeing a miss on the other side. What's going to be the catalyst? Because it's there, and they could go on fire any second. Jorja Johnson has the finishing touch.
Yeah, and really great point construction from Jorja Johnson there. She moved the ball around with her dinks, but when she decided to attack, she took it straight ahead at Jessie Irvine, took Riley Newman, for the most part, out of the play in those firefights.
I don't know. Did it get down in time? I mean, you start to run out of real estate in a hurry. I think she did get it. That was close and within one.
560.
Nice response. Great closing finish here from Jorja on 2 rallies in a row.
Such a
And
good...
heating up. Can they take game number 2? And if Jorja Johnson just goes straight ahead, guess what, Kyle? J-Dub doesn't need to cover the other half of the court.
Yeah, he's been kept out of a lot of these rallies. Great job inserting himself for the poach.
Jorja Johnson taking over.
And that's what she wasn't doing down the stretch in game 1. She would get the pop-up from Riley and then take the attack right back to Riley. Didn't have a lot of success. Smarter job there, just playing the standard fundamental pickleball, attacking the person in front of you.
Yes, and the chirping from Mr. Newman has disappeared as well, as now they are up 2, and let's find a youngster to crawl under there. There we go. I don't know what Murch is doing up there. Easy, sir. See Lindsay Newman there on the sideline as well, cheering on her brother.
They're taking your approach there, Dave, making sure they
Yes.
got that same ball.
Yeah.
As long as it takes.
Georgia's on fire. We will go looking for that one. Riley Newman now to the left, so good news for the Johnsons. What in the world is happening? It's the Jorja Johnson show.
Yeah, she's absolutely found her game and then some. Hasn't missed a ball in a while, and all the offense is coming from her side of the court.
Oops. Didn't let it travel. I think she had it, but just didn't let it get wide enough to have that. But that is a confident player just in 5 minutes' time. That is a wrong choice, obviously.
Yeah, she's going to need to be a little more selective with attacking up her line now that Riley Newman is lined up in front of her. Probably only going to want to attack balls above the height of the net.
Jorja wins the showdown, and there's going to be a lot of them if they stay in this particular formation.
Yeah, Riley Newman not nearly as aggressive with his court positioning, playing the left. He has to honor that speed up back behind him with the Jorja Johnson forehand. So since they've done the side switch, it's really changed the patterns up dramatically at the kitchen line for both teams.
And that time Jessie tried to get it past J-Dub. That did not work. You have got to be kidding me. She was going to take that out of the air, didn't panic, and then hits an ATP. This is remarkable because she's like, I'm beat. No, I'm not. Winner.
Completely wrong-footed and took that ATP from behind her and still straightened it out.
Game 3 on the line here. Riley says no with a little stare down to go with it. Second chance to force a decider. Oh my, and Riley Newman plays a ball that was going 10 feet long. Have to solve.
Yeah, players have to be adaptable in this game. Conditions, partnership changes. It's got to sometimes stay the course or understand when it's time to mix things up.
So we see Riley standing on the left side of the court. On the other side, will he stay there? The answer is yes. And the Don Stanley alarm clock went off in a big way there, just screaming foot fault, and best in the business right there, the head referee. Can't thank him and the team enough for what they do. Wow. J.W. Johnson, you don't see Riley just tied up like that.
Yeah, there was not a lot of space available. Riley thinking this will probably go wide and somehow perfectly straightened out.
There's the third short, so we will switch ends at 6. Sunday is at stake. They will play the winner of the next match, our second semifinal. Whoopsie.
A little slower start for everybody here in game 3.
All the pace and tension at the end of game 2. Tweener, but not so much there.
So we're seeing Riley start on the left here, but he's coming out a little bit more aggressive with his court positioning than what we saw at the end of game 2.
And a little glance over from Riley at Jessie on the other end of the court. So just something to keep an eye on there as a cross-court speed up that Jorja's all over it. Doing a fadeaway cut third that barely made the net. So some ugly pickleball after tremendous end of game number 2.
Jessie Irvine with her patented kind of sweeping forehand where she goes on one leg to maximize her reach.
Jorja Johnson.
Yeah, we saw her come alive about halfway through that second game, and she's keeping it rolling here in game 3.
Great job of just having the tune it back in loaded after the cross-court attack. Can't quite get to the line and keeps challenging Riley Newman with the drives. Jessie Newman speeds it up down the line.
Jessie Newman, I think you combined.
Yes, I did. Jessie Irvine even.
Either way, great shot.
Boy, multiple just begging to be attacked balls that were not.
Yeah, a lot of air under a couple of those dinks from Jorja Johnson. Irvine did not attack it and then ultimately was attacked on a pop-up a couple shots later.
Brilliant play again from Jorja Johnson. She is winning cross court, patient on the ATP, and now the ATP is an assist. It's not a winner, but your partner gets all the glory.
You're right. It's defended at such a high rate of the time now. Always have to be ready for it to come back.
And not a lot of touches for J-Dub in this match, but when he's had the chance to put the ball away, for the most part, he has, especially in the second half of game 2 and here in game 3. And now Jessie back to the left.
Go, go, go.
Wow. And Jorja Johnson just pulls it wide. There was a remarkable save by Jessie Irvine in the middle of that rally.
Yeah, really, really clutch. All the momentum with the Johnsons at the moment. Nice job by Jessie Irvine to keep them alive and keep the score just a little closer here in this deciding game.
Oh, this is going to be a heartbreaker if the Johnsons don't win this battle. And that one does come up short. Riley has gotten back a couple of full power overheads and landing them in the kitchen.
Even ones with angle.
Yes.
He's reading the posture of the Johnsons and guessing really well on those smashes.
That's the Johnson train roaring in the back.
Nice little step back attack from Riley, and that's something that we haven't seen a lot of. When he's been getting a lot of touches from the right side, he's been very content with playing patient. We may see him rev up the aggression here to try to get his team over the finish line.
Jumped in out of the air there, and that's what a lot of game number 1 looked like. They just fed Riley's Takea paddle too much. One side and then the other. Just simple, smart play by Jorja right there.
2-4-2.
Wow, a shriek from Jessie because she almost tagged Riley with the shot she was about to hit. This is crazy. Look at this. They won the rally after that.
Somehow this I formation scramble gets it done.
Within one after that.
Side out. Fourth, 3-1. Second serve.
Big swing, but nowhere close on that swing.
Fourth, 3-2. Cheers.
Now that's a great adjustment from Jorja Johnson right there.
Yeah, really nice lean. Was able to show some variety and attack that with one hand, recognizing Irvine was off the line, ready for the 1-2 combo.
5-3-2.
Chance to switch with a 6-3 lead if they win this rally. And they will with a miss from Irvine. So the Johnsons have never beaten Irvine and Newman, but have the lead as we go from end to end here. What is it going to take for Irvine and Newman to go just about every corner of the United States of America?
One, as you mentioned, some big name signings. They're going to
Yes.
show up in 2024. Love to see how some of those athletes do, testing themselves against the best players in the world here on the PPA Tour.
Yeah, we're talking to you, Jeannie Bouchard and Jack Sock.
I don't know the exact first tournament we're going to see her, but I'm excited to see some of these big tennis names, see how their game translates.
I love the adjustment from J.W. Johnson. He's sick and tired of Riley getting these overheads back, so he's going. Even though Jessie has a little more distance from him, he's going there and he's winning the rallies. And there's Riley back on the right side, and Jorja just can't help herself. She's just going cross court all day.
4-6-2.
Will they switch out of this, or will they leave Riley on the left? We shall see.
6-1.
Yeah, Riley, a little overextended there to try to make something happen. Pretty tough to do when you've got J.W. Johnson standing in front of you.
7-1. Second serve.
Filthy dink to finish that one off from Riley Newman. Definitely had some options with a little bit of a pop-up there from Jorja.
We haven't seen a lot of that, and I give him a lot of patience, or a lot of credit for his patience, J.W. Johnson. He has taken advantage of the opportunities given to him and not tried to do too much, and he's 3 points from the finish line.
Yeah, a little ambitious with that initial attack from Jorja Johnson. I like that she took it at Jessie Irvine, but a pretty low position to initiate from.
Second serve.
Yeah, and they have gotten off the return to Riley program because Jessie just hasn't been sharp with the thirds. Just deep from Jorja, but they were in complete control of that entire rally.
Nevertheless, Newman and Irvine chipping away here.
switched so many times. Nice to have the referee help you get into the proper position. And that is missed deep, and Jorja continues to challenge Riley Newman here at crunch time. And I think I hear a train rolling. You do not want to give Riley Newman any thought that he can take over this match. Oh, and a ball off the tape helps him out there. Can they get to at least 9 here? The lead is but 2. Great job by Jorja right there.
Yep, just keeping it simple and disciplined, getting that high ball, keeping it in front of her, trusting the hand speed of her and her brother to be able to get it done on the recounter.
And Riley Newman pops it up, and we are to let's go to Sunday point here. No timeout coming.
10-6-1. Second serve.
Couldn't dig that out of there. Second chance.
10-6-2.
And that will do it. It will be a family affair on Sunday as the brother and the sister, Jorja